Hello, so today we are going to look at area approximation, and the question reads: use mid-ordinate rule with 3 strips to find the area of the curve y is equals to negative x squared plus 4, the line x is equals to negative 4, x is equals to 2, and y is equals to 0. So in this particular case, we can start by visualizing how the line will look like. So in this particular case, we have a curve, something like that. And then we have the x-axis and the y-axis. Let's say the x-axis is somewhere here. That's not straight. Somewhere here. That's the y-axis. And then let's say we have the x-axis somewhere here, that way. So in this particular case, they want the area bounded by this particular curve. So this curve of ours is going to be the curve y is equals to negative x squared and then plus 4. And then the line x is equals to negative 4. The line x is equals to negative 4, let's say it's somewhere here. And then the line x is equals to 2 is somewhere here. X is equals to 2. So they want us to use 3 strips, and when you're doing mid-ordinate rule, the number of strips will always be equal to the number of ordinates that we're going to use. So if they want the 3 strips, the first thing you're going to do is to know what is going to be the width of every particular strip. And to do that, we are going to take the 6 strips, the 6 units. Between negative 4 and 2, we have 6 units. And then this we divide by 3 strips. And when you do that, you're going to get every strip is supposed to be 2 units. So what this means is that the first strip will start from negative 2. It will go 2 units to up to here, negative 4 up to negative 2, then negative 2 we have another 2 units to 0, and then from 0 we'll have another 2 units to 2. So although these ones don't look the same, they have drawn it, but if I draw to scale, this will be the first strip, this will be the second, and that will be the third, and they should be equal. Then the mid-ordinate is supposed to come from the middle of this. So the first one will come from the middle of that, which is negative 3. The second one will come from the middle of that, which will be negative 1. Then the third one will come from the middle of that, which will be 1. So when you want to get the ordinates will be the values of y at this point, at that point, and at that point. And first, to be able to know that, we're going to use a table. So we'll have that, the value of x and y. The value of x is where the ordinates are coming from. The first one is coming from negative 3, the second one from negative 1, and the last one from 1. So we take the value of x and then we replace in the equation, and the equation of the line is y is equals to negative x plus 4. So when x is negative 3, it will be negative 3, negative of negative 3 plus 4, and that will give us 7. And then we'll have the negative of negative 1 plus 4, that will give us 5. And then we'll have negative 1 plus 4, and that will give us 3. So these 3 units, 7, 5, and 3, are what now we are going to use as our ordinates. But what is the formula that we use for the mid-ordinate rule? The formula is the area will be equal to h into y1 plus y2 plus you add all of them up to the last ordinate yn. So in this particular case, h is the width of the strip itself. So though we are having 3 strips, that, and that, and they're all equally drawn to scale, because each one of them has a width of 2 units. That's 2 units. This value here is going to be our value for h. the width of the strip itself. So in this particular case, we are going to have 2 into y1 is 7, and then y2 is 5, and then y3 is 3. We have used that value, this value, and this value. So in this particular case, it's going to be 2 into 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 3 is 15. Then 15 times 2, we are going to get 30 square units. So in this particular case, this is going to be the area for the bounded area of the line y is equals to negative x squared, the line y is equals to negative 4, and the line y is equals to 2. So you have to keep in mind, for Mid-ordinate rule, the strips will be equal to the ordinates, and this is how you know the width of each strip. You take the units between those two extremes, negative 4 and 2, and then divide by the number of strips that you want, which is 3. Then from there, the ordinates will be gotten from where the value of x is originating at the middle of each strip. So those points, I put them in a table. Then after having the value of x, I replace them in the equation to get the corresponding values for y. These corresponding values for y will be the ordinates. And these are the ones we are going to use in the formula for the Mid-ordinate rule, which is h into the addition of all values for y of the ordinates. When you replace, we get our answer as 30 square units. I hope this has been understood. Thank you, and we'll meet again tomorrow.